What's up, everyone? Welcome to Mikey's Boardroom. I'm Mikey.
I'm Krista.
And tonight we're going to talk about Harry Potter, Hogwarts Battle, the cooperative deck building game. This is a cooperative deck building game where you start with a measly little pathetic deck, and as you play you earn coins, and you use those coins to buy new cards, and then you also are casting lightning bolts, lightning bolt, at the...
You really do that when we play.
At the villains. And the villains have negative effects on it that attack you. Every turn you're revealing dark arts cards where they Avada Kedavra, and they do all sorts of things. Like, breathe fire.
Is that how you breathe fire?
I should have drew that picture.
I should have drawn
Although it does kind of look like that picture, too.
That's true.
And so the villain is constantly attacking you. Things are happening to you. You're losing health as your hero. You're rolling some dice, you're buying cards, and you're taking down the villains. And when you just go through all the villains, you win that game. And if the villains continue to add, what is this stuff called? I forget. These little skull tokens to the location cards. You have a certain amount of location cards, and once it fills up, they just took over the Mirror of Erised. Everybody knows that. And then, look, now they're going to take over Diagon Alley. And so then...
You said that terribly.
And so, yeah. And so then they start doing that. And so if they go through all the location cards, you lose, and you're trying to defeat all the villains before that happens. That's basically how you play. It's very simple. It's not very hard.
Very simple and straightforward, yeah.
So we're going to talk about things... Let's do a review.
Okay.
Let's do a review.
Old school.
Let's do a review. We're going to review this.
But we didn't play the whole game yet.
Yeah, but we've done everything except the very last box. Everything except the very last box. So I'm going to review. I'm going to say this review. Okay. We came out here just to talk about it. Surprise. Surprise.
Uh-oh.
So let's talk about things that we do like about this game.
Okay.
Do you want to start?
I really like that it's Harry Potter.
I know you do. I was never super big into Harry Potter.
You didn't even finish the books, so of course not.
I was never allowed to read them when they came out because they were wizards and witches.
Uh-huh.
And
what's your excuse now?
I've read
We
some
own
of them. I read some of them.
You should finish them.
Yeah, I could.
No, you should.
I could.
No.
I'm scholarly.
You should.
I'm well read.
You're scullery?
I'm well read. I'm well read now.
Isn't scullery like a kitchen thing? Scullery maid? Isn't that like a cook?
Scholarly, you dolt.
Well, you said it very poorly, so apparently you're not very scholarly.
I'm well read now. So you might take a...
if only you were well bred.
You might. I think I proved that I am.
Do you know what well bred means?
Like a thorough mare.
Doesn't well bred mean you've got good parents, royalty and stuff? Well bred?
Yeah, sure. I'm well bred.
You're questioning that I know things.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah.
How you haven't even finished the last book.
Yeah, Harry Potter. It's okay. It's fine. There's nothing. I always thought it was kind of nerdy. I liked cool things like hobbits,
video games,
hobbits and elves and video games. Cool things. Not this.
For your information, Dobby is an elf.
Yeah, look, I want my elves to not look like that. Okay. Oh, wow, Harry Potter is so cool. Look at their elves.
It is. It's so different.
I'm just joking. Harry Potter is cool. I do like it fine, but I also have never had the love that people have for it. So I feel like I missed something there. But that being said, the game is still fun. I do get the joy of seeing whenever Edward comes out.
Edward. His name is Cedric in Harry Potter.
Whenever Robert Pattinson comes out, I do...
he gets really excited.
I have to buy that card. I have to buy it. Come on now. That's inappropriate. It's so... Oh, look, he was next.
Right on top.
All I had to do was draw. He was waiting for me at the top. I do like Cedric Diggory. I've always...
You also like the twins. The redheaded twins.
Oh, no.
What are they called?
Goodness, no. No,
my brain.
I do not like them, but I do feel like I would have been a Weasley.
You would have been a Weasley.
But what were we talking about again? Oh yeah, I like Robert Pattinson. He's very talented. He's so good to his mother.
I have to say, I've seen some little videos of how he touches his girlfriend when they're on the red carpet and stuff, and I long for that type of touch.
I do too. I do too.
He seems so sweet.
It's a touch only he can provide.
It reminds me of Bingley's touch in Pride and Prejudice.
Oh my
he just wants to touch Jane. But she's just so busy smiling.
I like to touch girls.
But they just like touch their clothes. Like they just want to.
Yeah, I like. No, never mind. No, too far. Get out of here. Too far.
Okay. Anyways, continue.
Okay, so. What were we talking about, really? I was talking about
Edward.
I was talking about
Edward.
Okay, anyways, let's just start with things that we like.
Where?
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, you like the theme. All right, I'm back on it.
I like the theme, and I like that it's actually, like, well done. Like, I feel like...
It's a good game.
Yeah, and, like, you put on the Harry Potter soundtrack when we're playing, and it's, like, is good.
I put on you gotta go to YouTube, the Harry Potter, like, fireplace.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in Gryffindor Commons. No big deal. Although I would definitely rather go to Hufflepuff. I feel like I would have been in Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I agree. The theme is, like... It's present throughout the game. It feels like Harry Potter.
Yeah,
like,
it does.
Even though it's just like a very like simple deck building game. Like you feel like Harry Potter with the cards and like every character depending on who you pick has like a very slightly asymmetric deck. Like Ron has his Pigwidgeon, and I think Harry Potter catches the Quidditch or something. But yeah, the theme is present, so it feels like Harry Potter. I like the ease of play.
Yeah,
I said
agree.
it's simple,
It's
but
so
it doesn't make it like it's not so simple that it's boring. Like,
well, I'd say
Marvel United.
The first deck was a little bit like.
Yeah, no, the first two decks for sure. I would say the third box because it's broken up into like the movies, 7 different boxes where you slowly unlock more and more things. I would say that if you play games like we do or more, you could totally just open the first two boxes and start on box 3 or whatever. Because the first, like, it's very basic.
Yeah, it's showing quick though, which is nice.
But we struggled, I think, really only a few times.
I think it was only one
I'll talk about that later.
we struggled on.
I'll talk about that later.
Shut me up.
I want to talk about that later.
I also really like how as like you complete the boxes, they get older on the cards.
Yes, one of my favorite things is you actually can progress through the true storyline of Harry Potter from when Neville turns hot. When he goes from I think that Neville is like a Dark Lord. Okay, hear me out.
He'd be my bad.
Hear me out, because he started so bucktooth and ugly, and even after puberty, he still proved himself to be ugly and kind of awkward looking. But then as a man, he turned into like a very attractive man.
That's the best thing.
But I think that.
Because he's a Dark Lord.
I think that proves he's a Dark Lord because we saw Voldemort do the exact same thing. Voldemort started out as that weird looking baby and turned into that. Except I didn't get his blue eyes. Like that was Ralph Fiennes or whatever how you pronounce his name. That's an attractive Voldemort compared to that Benjamin Button baby he started out as. So anyways, that's my theory. I think Neville killed Cedric Diggory too because I think he sucked out the hotness. Because that's really when he started to be hot.
I really don't find him attractive.
That's not what this is about, okay?
Fine.
This is about him dying and him turning.
He's got a nice head of hair, though.
Him all of a sudden... Now you gotta get personal.
I keep kicking a box.
All right.
Down there.
What else do you like? Ease of play. It's not so simple that it's boring, but it's so easy. It feels like when I used to play video games, what I loved about video games was just sitting back, kind of turning off my brain, but still being engaged. I feel like this game gives me that, where I can kind of turn off my brain and relax, but still be engaged. You just kind of get
immersed, is what it is. Like, it feels very much like, all right, I'm playing Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Rather than, okay, I'm playing a board game.
Yeah, I'm playing a deck builder. No, you gotta be like, I am going to Hogwarts.
Right,
and
I am Harry Potter.
Battle for Hogwarts. I'm gonna win Cedric's love. Or at least just his respect.
Anyways, I like the addition of the dice too, which when we first did it, I was like, oh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, the dice add a fun. It's just fun to roll dice.
Yeah.
Like, that's not new. That's a tale as old as time.
I usually don't like the dice. You know that I think it's monotonous and repetitive.
That's true.
Are those the same two words? I don't know.
You do have poor taste, which you just showed us when you told us about your thoughts on Cedric.
But he has nice hair. I just don't know what it's like for somebody to have nice hair.
You just imagine running your hands through this
Not
area.
Not just running my hands, but tugging.
This area of his head specifically. Another thing I like about this, which is what you want in a deck builder, but I do enjoy building out my deck. you get these coins, and the coins don't last turn to turn, so it forces you just to spend what you have.
Nice, yeah.
And so you're always just buying the cards, and there's not a ton of strategy to building your deck, but you're always adding cards, and by the time you are halfway through the round, or through that game, your deck does feel a lot better than what you started with, and you feel like you're actually starting to do some stuff, and like it's fun to play Cedric Diggory out of your hand. It just is. Okay? It just is. All right.
I like playing Mr.
Let's
Weasley.
put him at the bottom.
He'd be my true love.
Let's
in
go
this
for another one.
universe.
Mr. Weasley, yeah.
Yeah.
Not Gilderoy Lockhart.
No.
Or
That guy.
that guy.
He'd make me real rich though.
Let's pull Snape
What
out.
I thought I wouldn't like initially was how it works when you die. Well, I guess you don't die.
Yes.
When you're out of lives. But I ended up liking it.
Yeah.
I felt like
the way it
played
works
better.
when your health goes down is you just kind of discard a couple cards. I forget exactly. You have to discard a couple cards, kind of lose the tokens you have or something. Like, it's sort of a minor inconvenience, but you still can play like the cards that you don't discard.
Yeah.
And, like, you still have a turn, and then your health goes all the way back up. So you will die during this game, and it doesn't end the round. You just keep going. It just makes them, you add the threat to the location or whatnot. So it does feel nice.
Yeah, it does. And the locations where you got to keep up on that, otherwise it ruins your whole game.
That's how they win. So that's how they get you. I like the different. What are we doing? Let's turn over some villains. Barty Crouch. Jessica. Jessica. I feel like in another life, if I had been born a Brit, I might have been cast as Draco Malfoy.
Yeah, you probably
feel
would
like
have been. You've definitely had that like evil
I could
persona.
have played that role. Just wait. Filthy little mud blood.
You got that like dead fish look in your eye.
Another thing I really like about this game, freaking Crab and Goyle, baby. Maybe I'm just proving that I would have been cast as Draco, but I feel like the big one.
They would have been your friends.
Yeah, they would have been my muscle.
You think that's muscle?
I would have taken down Potter.
I feel like Malfoy's just misunderstood.
Isn't that proven at the end when he like cries like? Okay.
He came full circle. That's the kind of man you want.
That's true.
Yeah.
When he killed Snape? No, Dumbledore killed Snape.
He's
No,
had
Snape
his-
killed Dumbledore.
He's had his dark moments, and then, he knows who he is now. He's better. Whereas you, I'm just worried that you're going to, like, have your dark moment, and then that's it.
Listen, nobody with eyes like that could be a bad guy. Okay? You get lost in those eyes, he's going to come around eventually and come to the good side.
I'll be the one that convinces him over to the good side.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Never mind. I'm done talking about Cedric Diggory.
No, you're not. We both.
All right, let's talk about. You have anything else you liked?
Let's see.
I don't have specifics. I just generally I liked this game, and I have I'm gonna give it a positive score. So what?
I like how our heroes work off of each other. So like when I had little effects where I could help you out during
Yes,
your
the
turn.
hero powers, the asymmetric hero powers.
Yeah, I liked how they all played off of each other really well.
Yeah.
There was that
And
one
they-
that we didn't do too good at. I think those are the only characters that didn't play well, and I don't remember who you were. I'm always Harry, so I know I did
was
great.
Hermione. Wait, I'm trying to check. I think. Yes, so you don't even. That's another thing that you don't start out with the asymmetric character powers, but then you unlock it as you play. So that's another one where it's like you could start the game easily. But yes, the hero powers are fun.
I just like how it worked well off of each other.
Yeah, I was giving you lightning bolts and you were giving me health and stuff.
Exactly.
Did you just say that?
No, not exactly.
All right, well, there you go.
It's good. You go into more detail than I do. Yeah. You like the sound of your voice a lot. I just thought it was weird how like it went down and then like over.
Huh?
Like.
Oh yeah, it's
like a
down and
tail.
Up. It's like a turban and a scarf. A turbarf.
Okay. Anyways, move on. But don't you like?
What I don't like is wait, I had something locked and ready to go.
I don't like how many spell cards there are.
Yes, there's so many spell cards.
Repetitive.
Give me more characters. There's so many spell cards, and then like even the items are better because it's like a butterbeer and like I drank one of those at Universal Studios and the essence of
good.
Dittany. I'm like, I'm like, what is that? But at least there's a picture or something.
And it's useful. Like,
Where this, it just shows the wand movement, which is cool, but there's so many. There's more of them than the other ones. And
sometimes I draw an entire hand and it's just all the same.
Yeah, especially
stuff.
at the beginning of the game. Like, that's really, like, when I mentioned, like, halfway through the game, kind of gets, like, your deck gets a little fun.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning, really, you're just drawing spell cards. And so your hand is nothing but spell cards, which just gain you coins to buy more cards. So,
yeah, but my complaint about that is once you beat, like, one of the decks, you have to give all those cards back, and then you're starting back over from the beginning with all those stupid spells again.
Yeah, each game is separate.
So I don't like that aspect of it.
You wish you could keep the cards carry over.
Yes.
But then they'd have to make the next box, like, so hard.
I know,
you've
but
kept those
there's
cards.
just that's why
I agree that would be cool.
Get rid of like
what you want is a legacy deck building game where you build the deck and it's legacy, so it carries over and it continues on.
Or just like not have so many repetitive spells.
Or I feel like you could. Well, we play mainly at 2 players. I was gonna say you could cut some of these cards out, but we play at 2 players. We don't ever make it, through this deck.
Yeah.
But if you were playing at 4, I could see how you could make it through the deck.
So.
I'll agree with that. There's a lot of spell cards, and sometimes it's a bit boring. I guess I'll coincide with that and say the beginning of the game can feel a little bit boring at first until you get into it and get going, get your deck built. It can be a little bit not like a slog or anything, but just boring.
Yeah, I can see why it helps though, because it makes it really hard to beat some of the villains sometimes.
yeah, their powers start stacking on each other.
Yeah,
and they really get you going.
Yeah,
they get you going in a bad way. Anything else you want to say?
I think that was really the only thing I really didn't like was just all of the spell cards. This thing's disgusting.
No, Death Eater, they're fine. Ain't nothing wrong. My con is that we've played this a fair amount, and there's only been one time that we really we're struggling. And
that's because
not even struggling. You are amazing, but not even struggling. But just there was a hint of it's not in our favor right now. No, and it was just for a very short period, and then we won anyway. And then the next game we played after that, the next game I was like, get ready, game 6 or whatever. I was like, get ready. I'm pretty sure game 7 is legitimately hard to beat. We haven't tried it yet, so I can't say. But we're on game 6, we have to play game 6. Or no, we're on game 7. We beat game 6, and it's time to go to game 7. That's where we're at. So we haven't played game 7, but game 5 and game 6 were both so easy that I didn't break a sweat, which was kind of a positive for me. I could turn my brain off and play. It was fun and engaging. We still had to do things, otherwise they would have won. But we were never going to lose that game. Either of those games.
We were very close to losing one.
One. Very sort of close. We got to the last location card, but it's not like we were.
And we only didn't lose because I kept taking off the location thingies.
Exactly. What did you say there? We didn't lose. I want to lose once or twice, maybe. I would have been.
What kind of philosophy is that?
In a board game, I don't want to just in a video game, in any sort of game where I'm playing against the game, I don't want to just trounce it. I want to be able to. If I'm playing against you, I want to trounce you. I want to trounce it good. I want to stomp you underfoot. You don't even know what happened.
Too bad you know what that feels like. I do from multiple games.
Why do you think I crave it so badly? I crave what I can't have. But it's just a little bit easy for my taste. It's still fun, and if you wanted to play this, I would almost always say yes. But it is a little bit easy. That's
the point of it, though. That was our pro, is that it's just so easy to just sit down and get immersed in and play with it. And it's not so long that it's going to take up your whole life. You interrupting me.
Come on. I'm sorry. Finish.
No, I'm done.
I don't want to. I just feel it's a little too easy. I like the easiness aspect of it. I feel it's a little like that one game where it was a little bit that's what I want from it. A majority of the time.
You want to have to take it to dinner and buy some lobster first.
Yeah, I do like butter, so I'll take some lobster. I'll take some lobster. But yeah, I just feel like it was a little bit too much on the easy side. I would like it to see it a little bit harder. But let's rate it, because I'm not going to rate it poorly. So let's get into rating, because my gosh, we've talked about this for so long.
Yeah, you have.
Did we cover Robert Pattinson's character yet?
Surprised you didn't call him Edward. I should make you watch Twilight tonight.
It is bad. I've never seen it, but I do always just think of him as Edward for some reason. That's his name to me.
I always think of that one movie that he was in with his brother.
Yeah.
What was that one called?
I realized you were going to pretend to be his brother and then stop because you realized how offensive it is.
I like that you knew what went on in my brain. What movie was that?
It was a good movie. It was by the director who did Uncut Gems.
And it was terrible.
And he did this movie first and it had Robert Pattinson and it was so good.
I hated it.
So good.
What was it?
Robert Pattinson is just in so many good movies.
No, he's not.
He just one
in
after
fact,
another.
I also
bangers,
disliked his Batman. Let's just put that out there.
Straight up bangers. His Batman. Okay.
It was gross.
It was a little too on the emo side, but I did like the movie in general.
It reminded me of that Spider-Man movie where he was just emo the whole time. Yeah.
Just like the parts where just like, and like it shows this black hair, and just it's like, come on, this is not like, what year is it? Is it 2003 right now?
Exactly.
But the movie was generally good.
My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not okay. Okay.
Okay,
let's score. So you score first. Let's hear your score.
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5.
Oh my gosh! Are you insane?
Well, okay, it's the personal opinion scale, right? Okay, it hits everything for me. It's short, so I can still like puzzle and read a couple chapters before I go to bed. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. It's fun to where like we laugh and have fun the entire time and I'm not looking at the clock being like, when is this game gonna end? Why are you interrupting?
How much of that is
Why
the
are you
game
interrupting?
versus just my company?
Trust me, it's my own jokes.
Sorry, continue.
It's Harry Potter, so the theme really, hits the nail on the head for me.
Gets you going in all the right places.
Yes. And also it's a game where like if you mention it, I'm like, okay, yeah, we can play it. Like no progression.
It is sort of like a perfect game for you.
Yeah, it hits everything for me. And it's simple. I can play it when I'm feeling brain dead.
Yeah.
Or sick.
I would agree. I'm gonna give it a 4. I think it's really fun. I like it. My negatives of it are there, but they don't really detract from the experience.
Yeah.
If I'm wanting something more complicated, I will play something more complicated. This just like
exactly.
Like,
this is really nice.
Game,
just like, hey, let's just sit down and play a game together real quick.
I feel like you can play this with people who maybe don't play a lot of board games.
Definitely, like I'd say
especially
100%,
if you just go back to some of the more simpler boxes.
Yeah.
You can play with anybody. Like game 1 and game 2, you could play with anybody.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So yeah, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna give it a 4 or 5.
Well, that's not agreeing.
I'm gonna agree that it's a good game. I'm gonna agree that it's a great game. I'm going to disagree that it's one of the best games ever made.
It's for me personally. It hits it for me.
Yeah.
So
4 or 5.
I can see why somebody would rate it pretty low.
That's. I mean, yeah, that's a good score for us. If you want like a strategic, complicated deck builder, or just a strategic, super strategic game in general. Should I struggle with that word again?
You got a lot of
if you want a strategic, no, just a couple fingers, full. If you want a strategic or like a mind burner or something that's going to pose some difficulty, not that game. If you're looking for Harry Potter, or if you're looking for a hangout game or like a deck builder, just a fun deck builder, then this fits the bill.
This is it for me. Parents with kids. Young kids.
Yeah, so I'm excited to try out G.I. Joe deck building game, which is also supposed to be really fun.
Do we have pictures of Channing Tatum on the cards?
Oh my gosh, we will though.
We will.
Like we'll go into your Teen Choice magazines and we'll cut out the pictures.
Why would I have a Teen Choice magazine?
I know what you hide under your pillow.
Teen Choice.
I've looked under your side of the bed. I've seen your Teen Nickelodeon magazines.
I kind of wish that I did have those under my pillow now. Like I really wish I did. Did you want to talk about the quality of the pieces at all?
No, it's like actually it's like $50. It's like a $50 game. We got it for $25 at the Barnes and Noble, and at that price, it's a great buy.
Okay.
$50. If I spent $50 on this game and I was looking for quality, I might be disappointed because there's nothing spectacular about it. But fun wise, I definitely feel like there's $50.
I would have spent $50 on this.
I think you can get it for even less than that on Amazon. Versus Barnes and Noble, but you can get less than $50. So I would say like a sale is the best time to.
Yeah, I mean Target has that sale a lot.
When it goes on sale,
times a year.
pick this up because it's like
it's a good gift for somebody who likes Harry Potter too. I'd say.
Yeah.
It's a good gift.
Yeah, if somebody likes games and likes Harry Potter, definitely a safe bet. Okay, that's enough. Like this is a long video. Where did we go? So go out there, show kindness, and also after you show kindness, make sure you Avada Kedavra that person.